Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Age of the Primes, the entire Aerialbot team / Superion. I've done individual reviews for all of them. Now it's time to combine the whole set. I did want to do one more team look because, looking at it again as a team rather than as the individuals, I do think there is something that comes together here a little bit better than when I was just reviewing them one by one. I do like that we have a similar selection of colors. Everyone has the same red. We have 3 characters with the same white shade. We have 2 characters with the same gray shade, and then everyone has the same sort of black on them. I still think that Skydive is by far the best looking out of them, the most heroic. But overall, the G1 Aerobot designs, again, I view this as the accounting team, not a bunch of superhero robots. They're here to balance the books, and also they can fly. That being said, we've done their transformations before, so I am going to take a quick second. We've already looked at the platform thing. It's dumb. It doesn't. You know what? Let's do everyone behind the platform if we want to see what that looks like. But then I will be taking a fast-forwarded transformation to get everyone in vehicle mode, and then we'll start doing everything into combined mode. And again, I don't need to reiterate my opinions of the team in alt mode. I just don't think they're a good looking group of jets. They look like toy jets. They don't look like toys of real jets, which is something that is important to me. But in terms of transformation, we're going to set our buddies to the side for now. We're going to bring in Silverbolt. First thing we're going to do is we're going to detach Silverbolt from his little base. Silverbolt himself, we can unplug this gun. We can fold up, if we open up here, fold up his nose cone. Then we can come in and we can lift up this rear section, bring it up, lift up. We're going to unplug his antennae, Superion's antennae, and flip that head around, which I totally forgot. There's a landing gear there, but that's fine. We can bring that head around, bring down our fuselage, and we'll see how it connects. Those 2 pieces go right in there. Then we can bring back and bring in our wing sections here and here. And basically, here is, flip those down. Here is Superion's upper torso all done. Set that to the side. Come in on the base. Flip down our red connector pieces. Take out this gun. We can go ahead. This gun has a handle that'll flip out here, and we'll connect right there. We got the long Superion gun. We can set that to the side. And then this base is going to unplug into 5 pieces. So we're going to lift up this, or it'll just come undone because it's not a very strong attachment. This section here, fold it down, bring our legs down to either side, and we're going to open things up. We can take Superion's torso here. We need to untab a little bit just back here. To come in and get things nice and snug. And then we can flip up this back piece. It's not a hard click, but it does click in nicely. And that'll let us bring down this section over it and that section. And then we get kind of a nice backpack back here. And then this section comes up on the front and it's going to clip in right there. And so we get a very solid torso here for Superion, which I do appreciate. Then for his arms and legs, we're going to split these two sections like so. Split them again and split them again. I like to do the legs first. I like to kind of build him down and then up. We're going to flip up this piece, flip up that knee, which that is a Combiner Wars capable knee. Bring down, or shin, I guess, connector piece. No, it is the knee. Bring down our toesies, fold that piece in. It's going to give us a nice click. We see which side we have ankle tilt that way. So this will connect on his right side, like so. Our left, his right. Same thing on this piece. Flip out our knee, flip down our toesy, flip that piece in. And again, this goes the other way. So we want that ankle tilt on his left leg. And again, this is something that, like, it all feels very solid, but I really wish there was a click there. The geometry is Combiner Wars capable, but it doesn't have any sort of click, which I do wish was included. We will have to adjust our camera, but for now, we're going to flip up a hand, flip down this section, which will tab in, like so. Flip down this section, which, if it'll let me, there we go, like so. Flip in that fin, and then this is his right arm. I'm going to put it in, clicks on top there. I do like that click. And then same thing with the left arm, flipping, like so. Come on, there we go. And right here. And there is Superion essentially complete, because just like Menasor, Superion, the commander class figure, is essentially all of the robot mode. All we have to do is plug in our arms and legs. Again, we can start with the legs. The weapons, they can stay on. We're going to fold the wings back, fold in the landing gear, fold the tail fins around to get them out of the way. Fold those in, and then we're going to bring back this section here. And then this head will fold in. And this, if I remember correctly, air raid goes on the right leg. And again, there's a piece that's going to come down here that'll squeeze in, but we just have two 5mm ports here, two slots there. We're just getting things lined up and clicked into place on both sides. And then you can see how it closes up that leg. Same thing for skydive. Fold things in, collapse, fold that head in. Same, we can fold this down if we want. Lock things up, get those tail fins up. I don't even know if I had them up in the first place. Fold in that tail landing gear, and then same thing, come right in here. Same ports, same slots. So you can switch those if you want different planes. And again, here you can see kind of my frustration with how this transformation works. You don't see any of the plane from the front of the legs, and if these things don't close, it just doesn't look complete. But there we go. Now our arms work just like the Menasor arms. I use a little flat piece to come in here and split it like so. Fold that piece in. This folds down, and we're going to come in. We've got slots and pegs come in like so. And this means, of course, that we can't switch legs and arms, but we can switch arms and arms and legs and legs. And then same thing, 4 slots up top gets us our arm. And obviously these arms were already complete. We're just like the legs, we're just adding some extra pieces on here. Come on. There we go. Fold that piece in. Stick it on right here. We can fold in our wings. And we can stick in our shoulder piece. And again, these arms are really just decoration. And here we have Superion. We can give him his gun. The nice thing is the way this is cut out with that peg here. If we fold things up on that wing, we can come in and there is a place to like stick it in pretty securely. So we've got Superion all combined up, and I'll say he looks okay. I think this is a very sturdy figure. This is obviously, like, in terms of getting a solid combiner, this is successful engineering. I just don't love the way this guy looks. It's partially the G1, it's partially the design choices. I think we've got a pretty good head here. I really like out of all the Aerialbot heads, I do like the Superion head. I like that square mask. I like the visor eyes, the antennae, the helmet. It wiggles pretty well. We've got 360 on the shoulders, like so. We can move things out that far. We can pretend not there. If we want to lift this up further, we can do that, even if it kind of makes the sculpt look a little awkward. We do have elbow swivel. We've got a 90-degree elbow bend. We've got wrist swivel, which I do appreciate that we have that. And all the same articulation is on this side. I do like the ratchets up top. That is nice. We do have waist swivel. We've got a nice Van Damme, but not very strong joints, unfortunately. The arm is a little stronger, but you can hear it detenting every time I give him a little shake. The joints are just not strong enough for how big this guy is, which is really unfortunate, because I think they've done Commander class figures with strong joints before. He can kick up 90 degrees. He can kick back 90 degrees. Nothing really runs into anything. He can thigh swivel. There, his plane will kind of run into his other leg if you're not careful. He does have almost a 90-degree knee bend. You got to like pull this piece out to get it all the way on 90. It just things don't want to. Things clash a little bit. There we go. And then yeah, the back leg can disengage, which is unfortunate. And then we do have ankle tilt. So there, come on. Again, it's like the overall frame is nice and big and secure. It's just the Aerialbot individual members feel very superfluous. They aren't really doing anything. They're just sitting on there, and sometimes they get in the way. And just in terms of looks, this guy, he is nice and big and blocky and G1-y, but I just like my Superion better. I think that the version that I have that is more sleek, he just looks like he's made up of 5 planes. This guy doesn't really look like he's made up of 5 planes. I want those proportions that make him like the sleek, fast one of the combiners. As is, I still, even though this is super not G1 and it's showing its age, it's not like the tightest design or anything. This is still the version I like best. I love to see another attempt at TFC Superion with like what they have learned from engineering, but doing the same design. As is, out of the 2 combiners we've gotten this year, I think that Devastator is easily my favorite. There's things I don't like about him, but overall, I think this executes a vision much more strongly than this guy does. I think for those G1 fans, this is G1 Superion. He might be a little broader than you want, but he does basically everything you want him to do. And if you're keeping him in combined mode, I guess like that's all you want him to do is to stand there and look good. But the engineering isn't great here. These little door panels bother me. The fact that the arms aren't jets bother me. Everything about this Superion is things that don't match my tastes. But I recognize that for those fans that it does match your taste, this is probably super exciting. You like this way more than the Combiner Wars version, which is honestly the one that I think I prefer out of the 2 designs. And I don't even have that Combiner Wars Superion, but maybe I'll go like check him out again sometime in the future. But that is it. Thanks everyone for watching. If you want to get some free Transformers, this video is a giveaway. This guy right here is available. All you have to do, if you're watching right now, go down in the video description. There is a link to last Saturday's video. Hit it. Go comment that you want to enter the giveaway. I need 200 entries before I give this guy away. I think we're at around like 40. So we have a long way to go. So you got to share the video. You got to let other people know. Tell them to sign up because I'm going to keep holding on to this guy until we get 200 entries. So, you know, your help is appreciated. If you want to win this guy right here, all you have to do is go down in the video description, hit the extra life link because I am raffling off Transformers Generations Age of the Primes Superion, and in addition to giving this guy away for free, I am raffling off another Studio Series Devastator that is still in the box. You could win both of these guys just by going down, donating $10 to Extra Life. Still plenty of time to donate. Our raffle is November 8th, so about 2 weeks from today. We will be drawing and announcing winners. We have 11 prizes right now. If we hit $5,565.35 raised, we will be adding one more prize, and that is the big man up there, Transformers Generations HasLab Unicron. I will be adding that personally if we hit that milestone. We obviously have a long way to go, but I'll do it if we hit that number. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all your support and donations, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.